Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and today, after saying I wouldn't make another video probably about RAGE2, here I am making another video about RAGE2. And the reason is because I've decided, as I often do if I play a game myself, which I'm not intending to particularly do on the channel, I've played it quite a lot since I made the last video. I like this game quite a lot, and I thought I'd just show a bit of combat. Again, it's not a how-to video, it's just me sort of giving you a taster for the actual game once you've kind of got more into the game, which is something I didn't do in the first video, which was just more like, this is what I think of the game. So as you can see on the big map, I've got quite a long way into this. Like I said, I don't think it's a really long game. The map's big and there's a lot of things to do, but it's not a cyberpunk Witcher 3 kind of size game. It's you've got an objective and you can take quite a bit of time to do that. There's loads of little not really side quests as much as little extra missions. There's loads of bases you can attack, and these question marks are things I've not found yet. These bounties you can go and do, and but there's lots of things to do. You can do as much or as little as you want. If you probably went straight through the main quest, I would have said it wouldn't take super long. I'm not going to give it to you in hours because I'm not sure, but it wouldn't be super long. But if you do all these other bits, it can take as long as you want. Also, when you're travelling about, there's always armed bandits, goons they call them, or bandits. There's a few different types, and they're always fighting each other on the road, which is kind of good. They're often not actually waiting for you. It's not like one of those games where the baddies or the bandits are all waiting for you on the road and shoot at you. They're usually fighting each other, and you can generally kind of just decide to fight or leave them to it. Sometimes they'll shoot at you, but you can usually just drive past. They won't chase you, usually. There are certain types of motorcycle attackers that come and shoot at you and drive away, and you've kind of got to deal with them. But in general, you can take or leave the bandits you get on travel. So if you go past like I said, a group of bandits, you can usually run them over actually in your vehicle. If you're on foot, you can usually run past them and they might shoot at you a little bit, but you don't have to engage with them. It's completely up to you. As you can see, I've now got a tank which is kind of on fire a bit. It actually shouldn't be. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's overheating, but it's yeah, I've got a tank thing now, which is good. What kind of vehicle? There's loads of vehicles. This isn't mine. I didn't acquire this through my character. I just got it when I destroyed an enemy base, and it was parked outside, and so I got it. And you can find other vehicles that aren't the ones you're actually getting through your character, and if you take them back to one of the main cities, trade cities they're called, you can kind of stick it in your garage and you can use it later. So I've already got one of these, so this is one I found again, so I don't care about this one. And as I said in the previous video, if you watch that, this game reminds me a lot of, I think, sort of 4 different games all rolled into one. It's a bit like Fallout. It's got that kind of, obviously, kind of aftermathy kind of world, but I'd say the graphics are nicer in this than in Fallout. That's not to say I don't like Fallout, but I think I like the graphics in this much better. And Fallout's a different kind of game. It's a lot like Far Cry New Dawn, which is good because I like that game. The combat and the world is more like Far Cry New Dawn than Fallout, I would say, how it looks and feels. The combat feels a bit like Mass Effect Andromeda sometimes, and again that's not a bad thing because that's a game I like a lot. And it also looks and feels a lot like a game called Elix, which I played a lot until I got to a point where I had like a basic weapon and I'd been going for, I don't know, 50 hours and I still had only got a basic weapon and I couldn't even kill a pack of wolves or whatever they were, and I just got kind of fed up with really being underpowered. But I really like that game, and the thing about this game that's kept me going is that you don't feel underpowered, you don't feel frustrated or annoyed with what you're doing. You feel quite confident you can do missions if you do them well. I've been killed a few times. You respawn back to the nearest point, so it's not the end of the world. You can save as many times as you want as well, so it's all good. And it's fun. This game's quite smart, and I would say smart actually. I think that's the word I thought of when I first did it. when you first attack bases or places, there's usually basic things you need to destroy, some power cells, pick up this, find that. And at the beginning, it seems like they're going to be pretty straightforward, but it's got quite a knack of hiding things in clever places, or there's a secret switch that unveils a secret bunker or something, and it's quite clever like that. So I would say it's kind of it gives you a lot to think about. These little puzzles, not annoying puzzles like you get in some games, like you've got to do some pointless puzzle to open a door which you wouldn't have to do, but you have to find switches or find out where something would be. Usually it's a question of following a cable or looking for where it might be, but so they all make sense, and they're all things that wouldn't actually be hidden. So it's actually quite a clever game for how it does that and makes it like it would be real in real life. So anyway, we're going to go and attack this. It's I'll show you actually. It's Bandit Den. It gives you the enemy difficulty. This is 3, which should be relatively easy. I think I've attacked ones up to 6, and I've done fine. It tells you what you get, which is you go eliminate all the goons. You get plus that and plus some money. And your storage containers, sometimes is data pads, sometimes is other things. They're called art containers, which gives you your own special abilities and upgrades. But this one's just got some storage containers, which could be a material or a mineral you need to do upgrades, or it could just be money. And money's always good. So another thing is I've got 2 extra weapons than when I started. I've got a shotgun, and I've got this rocket launcher, which is currently out of ammo anyway, but never mind. We'll go in with the assault rifle because we will. So, and like I said, I find this game, it's a shooter. One of the good things about this game is that it encourages you to go head on in. What I mean by that is I'm a naturally cautious player in all the games I play. Even if they're semi-shooters, I'll stay back and try and run around, pick things off from behind cover, do stealth as much as I can. This game, the way it works is when you shoot enemies, they drop, we'll call it health, there's a name for it, I can't remember what it's called, but they drop little health files of blue, and they drop them but they don't last very long. So what you kind of need to be doing to keep your health up is running into these things and picking up all the health you can each time you kill enemies. So if you run into a group of enemies, it helps if you're running in, shooting, running out, but you pick up the health. Shooting from afar where you won't pick up the health doesn't help. So that's good. I've also found the combat really easy. I don't mean easy as in it's easy, you won't get killed. That's not what I mean. I mean, I found it easy to understand. Swapping weapons is good. You've got the thing you can see on the left there where it says 6 grenades. I've also got 6 of these kind of boomerang things that you throw, and they can get someone, if you run out of weapons or you're running out of ammo, or you want to get rid of someone that's running at you, that's kind of useful. And you've got a turret as well which you can place, but I always stick with grenades mainly. So it's pretty easy to work the combat, and I think, like I said, I'm not one of those people that's really, I won't say an expert, I'm not an expert on anything, but I'm not a person that's usually into just kind of shooters, and this is more of a shooter I'm usually into. But because of the way it works, because it looks like a lot of other games, because the combat flows really well, it's good for me, and that's why I play it a lot. And I think I'd happily, it's like space games, I like space games, but I'm usually not very good at the flying part of it, so that's a problem. But when I find one I am good at, or I can do, there's a few, there's one called Rebel Galaxy that I like, and then I'll do it. So you see, when they die, all those little blue files that flew up in the air, there they are, there's one, you get life from that. And it serves you right, it will serve you right as in the game to get more of those each time, because you'll get killed a lot. I don't mean killed dead, but you'll get shot up a lot. They fire rockets a lot. They love rockets and grenades in this. So you'll need to be on the move a lot, and I think that's a really good thing for someone who doesn't like to do quick attacks. It's good for me, because normally I'd be hiding behind something and taking my time, but they fire rockets, they throw rockets, which they hit at you with baseball bats. They fire rockets that fire over long distances, and it's good for me that if I try in the base, there's no other entrances. So there's another rocket there. There's some of that. So the idea is there's that balloon. So you want to keep shooting people. Maybe you might need to run away a little bit, there's some more of that, so you get more life, more life. I think I'll change to a shotgun. But as long as you can keep picking up that, you're all good. The enemies, they can have different levels of armour. So that one, for example, I shot him but he didn't die. Sometimes they die after one shot, sometimes they die after two. One of the funny things in this game, which is quite good, is when you shoot people with armour, it blows their armour off. So that's quite funny. The little red dots on the top of the thing, you can see that shows you where the enemies are and how many there are left. So they're firing a rocket at us again because they, like I said, they like their rockets. These crates have ammo, you might not need it, but there's always ammo lying about. I'm just going to kill him. And you see he's throwing some kind of thing that blew up there, would have been very nasty. And there's still a couple of them up there probably. So those supply crates have random stuff which you can use to make things you need, or it has money in them. Trying to find a ladder to get up here. Which I can't. Oh, it's probably over here. There were zip lines and things. The game kind of, which again I think is they have lifts as well. There's lifts and zip lines, and those things kind of come along as you go through the game. So I think it's kind of clever like that as well. Am I going to make that? Oh, good. That's one of those storage crates. Oh, missed. I usually pick up stuff while I'm running around because it saves going around at the end getting it, but you'll always have something. Oh, it's like they're up here, okay. Then we'll just change back to this and we can probably shoot these guys from here because they're kind of standing there asking for it. And then it says eliminate all goons, and we've done it. So we've completed that task. Like I said, as you saw, it wasn't super difficult. And then all you need to do at the end of that is go around, pick up whatever you've not got. Sometimes it's kind of hard. I've basically taken anything. It's not a weight problem here where you've got too much and you're overloaded, so just grab everything. It won't let you take more ammo than you can carry, but other than that there's no problem in picking up all the bits and pieces. You can sell them back later or you can use them to make your own health potions or weapons or whatever you want. So if you want to know what you still missed in the mission, it won't tell you all the little crates, but it will tell you we only found one of 4 storage containers. Sometimes they're hard to find. They can be in the strangest places. So anyway, I'm not going to run around looking for all those because that's not the point in this video. I just wanted to make a video showing you kind of if you throw a grenade, I'll do it, or I didn't do it in the... That's how that goes. It's got quite a nice feel. When things explode in this game, they feel very... They feel very good. There's lots of bits of metal flying everywhere and you can feel them. Sometimes they'll hit you, they'll hit other people. So it feels good. The combat in this feels good. The guns feel good. The explosions feel good. I would say, you know, it's not these boxes with that blue. They're more of those than blue cells, health cells, which we don't need, but we'll pick up anyway. And if you see those in a mission and you're fighting, you might want to leave them until you need them. But yeah, like I said, I I think this is, you know, I guess it's probably listed as a kind of shooter more than anything else, a first-person shooter. But I found the story quite good. I find the enemies good. There's quite a lot to explore. So yeah, I think it's good. It's not got the character development, obviously, of any of the games I've mentioned previously, which is Elix or Far Cry or Mass Effect Andromeda, Fallout, but it's got characters, and that's fine. But yeah, I've enjoyed this a lot. I'll definitely be playing this through to the end because I like this a lot, and it's a nice, like, and I like the fact that the character development is minimal in this because it suits the game, and you're just kind of focusing on the missions and the shooting. And yeah, there are missions and you do get involved in the story a little bit, but not to the point you really, I was going to say really care, but yeah, but that's a good thing in some games, and I think it's a good thing in this game. Anyway, so there you go. That's RAGE2. That's combat and a bit more about it. And I would say if you like this kind of game, if you like apocalyptic games or shooters or anything about this sort of game, then the ones I've mentioned, you'll like this. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Until next time, take care for now.